Remember when 2009 Nobel Peace Prize winner President Barack Obama bragged to his aides that he is really good at killing people in the book Double Down while discussing drone strikes? Well, just how good is he? Obama has managed to kill innocent civilians in Afghanistan with a 90% success rate. And according to the Bureau of Investigative Journalism, Obama's CIA drone strikes have killed children. And our commander-in-chief has bragged about it. The next time some liberal rattles on about how great Obama is, remind them of this horrifying statistic. And now, the Pentagon has finally issued a report made public by a FOIA request stating that unmanned military aircraft have been deployed on non-military missions that have occurred fewer than 20 times between 2006 and 2015 and always in compliance with existing law. Back in 2013, we caught a glimpse of the use of military drones in the United States when then FBI Director Robert Mueller testified before Congress.
Our footprint is very small. We have very few and have limited use, and we're exploring not only the use but also the necessary guidelines for that use.
Does the FBI use drones for surveillance on U.S. soil?
Yes.
The recent revelations of the robbery of liberty for supposed security by an out-of-control myriad of federal alphabet agencies is nothing new. Kurt Nimmo writes, a 400-page Defense Department document obtained by NBC News in 2004 revealed the Pentagon's increased domestic spying activity on anti-war groups following the 9/11 attacks. The CIA also spied on and subverted the anti-war movement with its Operation Chaos in the late 1960s. Additionally, the agency covertly launched Project Merrimack to infiltrate and subvert domestic political groups despite the CIA charter forbidding such activity. In 2012, Infowars.com reported on Obama's Environmental Protection Agency using aerial drones to spy on farmers and cattle ranchers in Nebraska and Iowa. The surveillance came under scrutiny after Nebraska's congressional delegation sent a joint letter to EPA Administrator Lisa Jackson. The EPA argued the flights are legal. Jackson said courts, including the Supreme Court, have found similar types of flights to be legal, and EPA would use such flights in appropriate instances to protect people and the environment from violations of the Clean Water Act. Oh, and what a stellar job the EPA is doing, as is evident in Durango, Colorado, and Flint, Michigan. Despite the fact the Posse Comitatus Act prohibits the military from operating on American soil, the Pentagon has busied itself with establishing drone bases within the United States. Public Intelligence, a nonprofit advocating free access to government information, released a map of military UAV activities inside the United States in 2012. According to the organization, it is not clear if the bases are used for foreign missions or domestic surveillance. A list produced by the Federal Aviation Administration in response to an Electronic Freedom Foundation Freedom of Information Act lawsuit also shows numerous drone bases within the continental United States. In June of 2015, drone pilots were walking off their jobs in droves. International Business Times reported a group of 45 U.S. military veterans have signed a letter appealing to pilots responsible for carrying out deadly aerial military drone strikes in countries like Syria, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Pakistan to stand down and deliberately refuse to carry out their orders. The letter was submitted to U.S. media outlets by anti-drone group No Drones, pleading with drone pilots to refuse to fly surveillance and kill missions. It's as clear as the nose on your face. The level of treason required to ignore the Constitution, your fellow Americans' rights, and basic human empathy and compassion can only be stomached by the anti-American criminals calling the shots in the highest offices in Washington, D.C. John Bound for Infowars.com.
The globalist social engineers are not just targeting us with propaganda. They are manipulating our genetics. We are being targeted at every level by estrogen mimickers that lower our testosterone and other hormones and natural compounds that the body needs, sourced from powerful organic herbs, and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality.
Remember when 2009 Nobel Peace Prize winner President Barack Obama bragged to his aides that he is really good at killing people in the book Double Down while discussing drone strikes? Well, just how good is he? Obama has managed to kill innocent civilians in Afghanistan with a 90% success rate. And according to the Bureau of Investigative Journalism, Obama's CIA drone strikes have killed children. And our commander-in-chief has bragged about it. The next time some liberal rattles on about how great Obama is, remind them of this horrifying statistic. And now